So, welcome back to our REMBE Pro Cycling Career Mode on PCM 2024. As always, brought to you by REMBE, the sponsor of the team. Now, our last episode was actually really successful, starting off with victories in Mallorca and also at Étoile de Bessèges. Eventually also winning GC with Matthias Wacek. But I have to confess, after the last episode ended, I decided to ride a couple of races off camera. And the first of those races was Tour de la Provence, a 4-day stage race in France. Starting off in a 9.8 kilometer time trial, followed by two versatile sprint stages, and a flat sprint on the final day. But I have to say, when I saw that 10 kilometer time trial, I thought to myself, this is Matthias Wacek time. And I'm not kidding when I say he absolutely obliterated everyone on the first time trial. But I think it's fair to say that the second stage of this race did not go as planned. Because, well, the breakaway won Joseba Lopez of Euskaltel-Euskadi. And in the group behind, we finished third with Nicolas Behrens. The third stage was also quite hilly, but it had a flat finish, so I kind of expected a sprint. But if I gotta be honest, the last kilometer in this race was so twisty with so many corners that it was really not fun to play. It was impossible to move up, so my second last lead-out man won the race. So yeah, a victory, but a bit of a silly finish. Anyway, the last stage was classified as a flat stage, so it ended up being a sprint. With about a kilometer to go, I launched Behrens from the wheel of Wacek, and to be honest, from that point onwards, it was actually a really close sprint, but in the end, we took it home. And that's victory number 3, a Nicolas Behrens special. But of course, most importantly, after that first time trial, we absolutely dominated GC. With a 1-2-3 for the team, Matthias Wacek wins. So, a successful Tour de la Provence behind us. After that came the New Zealand National Championships. And while we were third favorite for the actual time trial, we had 8 time trial points less than Fisher Black and Logan Curry, so I decided to simulate it. And in the end, we finished second, just behind Curry, so actually a pretty good result. But as always, I was way more looking forward to the actual road race of New Zealand, because we have Lawrence Piffy now. But on the other side, we have less riders in this race than in the past, which actually makes it harder, because we had so many riders to go in the breakaway and have a numerical advantage up there and then win from the breakaway. We can't really do that now. So yeah, when the race started, I tried to go in the breakaway with my second rider, Lewis Bauer, but that breakaway actually got caught pretty quickly. And then another breakaway formed and I was not a part of it, so then Lewis Bauer had to pace in the peloton the entire bloody race. I was a bit lucky that other riders like Fisher Black and so forth decided to help me a bit. But with 16k to go, the breakaway of 3 riders still had 2 minutes 50, so it was starting to look really bad. So yeah, I only had one choice. I had to go with Lawrence Piffy himself on the next small hill. And that's exactly what I did, and the gap to the breakaway started melting second by second by second. And eventually, I caught the breakaway, I attacked away, and look who won this race. Lawrence Piffy is the New Zealand national champion. And I have to say, tactically, this was a hard race, so I'm quite proud of this one. And I can't wait to see Lawrence Piffy in his NC jersey. Anyway, so far, Provence, New Zealand, all pretty successful, but my next race did not go that well. Basically, Algarve, 5-day stage race, starting off with a flat sprint. Then in my opinion, the Queen stage, Alto de Foya, 7.5 kilometers at 5.9%. One more sprint stage on day 3, followed by a 22 kilometer time trial. Obviously, that time trial very influential when it comes to GC. And the last stage is another GC stage, Alto de Maiau, but it's basically a glorified hill stage. Now, I actually brought a pretty damn strong team to this race, starting off with our sprinter, Teutenberg. Next to that, 4 GC riders, Florian Lipovic, Marco Brenner, Georg Steinhauser, and Louis Joe Lurs. So yeah, let's take a look at how the race went. Stanley in launch as we speak in this corner. Teutenberg in the wheel. Come on, Teutenberg. Tim Torren, come on, try to come out. We've got Thijssen on the right, Teutenberg on the left. No, we just don't have the energy. Danny van Poppel is the winner, yes indeed. I'll be honest, only a 5th place for Teutenberg. I was expecting a little bit more than that. Anyway, time for the mountain stage. Alto de Foya, Florian Lipovic is actually the favorite. Okay, last 5 kilometers on the final climb, and I feel like our riders are flying up this hill right now. 2.8k to go, Sivakov and Healy on the right. We've got Darling in the wheel, Roglic right there as well. That's the man to beat for us, so let's try and beat him. Last 2 kilometers, Lurs still looking good. Brenner still helping quite well. Come on, Lipovic. Last K now, up to 288 as we speak. 89, something like that. We've got a couple of riders in our wheel. Brenner can take over when it comes to protection. We can... I forgot to sprint. I forgot to sprint on Foya. I could have won that stage easily. I got 1 billion energy left. I just didn't realize the line was that close. That is so stupid. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't want to talk about this one. What a massive L. We just threw that victory right in the bin. We had it in our hands and we threw it away. Anyway, time to wipe our tears with hopefully a sprint victory. 3k to go, 2.7, 2.4, almost time for Stamle. Maybe after this corner right now. There we go. Or roundabout. I don't like that. I don't like that. And we launch right now. Teutenberg on the right. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I don't like that corner. Goodmestad's gonna win. Goodmestad is going to win. Plenty of energy left thanks to that stupid corner. I hate corners in the last kilometer on PCM. Once again, no victory for Teutenberg. A third place instead. Anyway, it's time for the 22-kilometer time trial. Ben Healy is in the lead of GC by 4 seconds on Lipovic and 6 seconds on Brenner, but I reckon Lipovic is our man. Let's take a look how well Brenner is doing in this time trial, crossing the line, and he finishes 10th on 1 minute 13. Next up is Lipovic entering the last kilometer right now on, let's do 99. No. Ran out of red bar. I bottled it. I've been bottling this entire race. So 9th with Steinhauser, 11th with Lipovic, 12th with Brenner, Roglic is 13th, so we do beat him, but Ben Healy is 5th, so he beats us. And actually, I can't believe this, but Josh Starling, who won the time trial, is now the GC leader by a minute on us. And like Alto de Maiao in real life is actually a pretty damn hard climb. 10% for like 2.5 kilometers. In PCM, it's kind of a small hill. But hey, I want to at least try to win the stage. So there's 40 kilometers and 3 climbs left. And if I gotta be honest, if I want to try to win GC, I can't wait until that final climb, so I'm gonna try and start making it harder and harder now, in the hopes that Joshua Tarling has a rough moment. There we go, once again we hard-paced the climb, but it looks like Tarling is still well positioned, and that's it. It's only the last Maiao left. Turning on to the final climb as we speak. It's actually only 2.5 kilometers, so I gotta keep that in mind. We've got Laporte now pacing. Let's try and get our team in order. Lipovic's not perfectly positioned. Tarling's ahead of us right now, so that clearly is not working. Let's do 93, something like that. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Let's start our sprint with everybody. Just do it. Just bloody well do it. We're going to finish second with Lurs. Brenner's going to finish there. Lipovic's right there, but Josh Tarling's right here, so Tarling is the GC winner. But I gotta be honest, the fact that Lipovic is on 46 seconds of Tarling after this race actually makes me feel better about what happened on Foya, because I completely bottled the stage victory on that stage, but I also would not have taken 46 seconds on Tarling there, so at the end of the day, that would not have changed GC. That being said, finishing Algarve without a single victory and no podium in GC, that is awful. Most of you know this, but I fell in love with pro cycling through Pro Cycling Manager in 2005. But actual cycling, myself, that started with Zwift. Zwift is the go-to training app to make indoor cycling so much more enjoyable. If you want to try Zwift but you don't have an indoor smart trainer yet, you're lucky, because right now you can get 10% off on the following products: the Wahoo Kicker Core Zwift 1, the Wahoo Kicker Core with cassette, the Zwift Ride with Kicker Core, or if you already have a compatible smart trainer, the Zwift Ride frame itself. To receive the 10% discount, go to the link in the description and use code BenjiWinter10. Both are important, link and code. Anyway, that brings us to today's day, the 19th of February. The first race I want to take on today is the UAE Tour, but also the start of the cobble season, Omloop Het Nieuwsblad and Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. Genuinely can't wait to start those races. Anyway, UAE Tour, 7-day stage race in the UAE, no shit Sherlock. Starting off with 2 sprint stages, then a 9-kilometer time trial, so I'm hearing Matthias Wacek shouting. Stage 4 is Jebel Jais, so the first mountain stage of the race. After that, another 2 sprint stages, and as the final stage, Jebel Hafid, the final mountain stage. When it comes to our team, I kind of already spoiled it. Matthias Wacek is coming for the time trial. Pablo Torres, 80 mountain, but 69 time trial, 66 prologue as a GC rider, so we're destined to lose some time with him in that time trial. Meanwhile, our sprinty boy is Lewis Bauer. But obviously, as you can see, the sprinting competition is insane here, so winning a stage with Bauer won't be easy. But hey, if we look at it differently, if we do win, it's gonna be big. So 20 kilometers to go, my sprint train is forming. Bauer is obviously our sprinter. Wacek is actually our lead out because 75 sprint stat on the day and fantastic secondaries. Barry with 78 flat stat is my second last man, then Ballerstedt and the tiny man Perikas at the front. Bauer keeps losing Wacek's wheel, so let's try and move to the left side of the road a little bit, past Ballerstedt, and now we are looking better. Barry doing a fantastic lead out right now. Wacek in the wheel, lost a bit of his red bar, so did Bauer, so we can't actually launch our sprint here yet, I think. Or should I? I'll start by going 99 in this corner. Barry can sit up. Vodsek can launch right now. Bauer in the wheel can wait. Right now, we've got Melir on the left side, Bauer on the right side. Milan beats us, but a very nice podium. Please, Brennan, don't beat us. Brennan, don't beat us. We get a podium. That's pretty nice, to be honest. Look at him, our boy Lewis Bauer mixing it up with the top sprinters like Merlier and Milan. Yes, we lost from them, but we beat Brennan. And that guy certainly has a better sprint stat. Stage 2 is also a sprint stage, so let's try and hope for a similar result. So, slightly different sprint train today because Vodsek is actually not in great form, so Ballerstedt is my lead out today, but hopefully it goes just as well. Last 3 kilometers, Barry's leading out as we speak, but the red bar on Ballerstedt and Bauer is actually looking really bad, so I think I have to lower it to like 97 on Ballerstedt, something like that. I forgot the energy gel on Bauer as well, so this is going far from perfect. Ballerstedt can launch. Bauer has to launch early now. I think I'm losing this blatantly. Last kilometer, there goes Bauer. We've got Bauhaus on the right side of the road, Bauer on the left side of the road. No podium today, but maybe a top 5. No, not even close. I think we're 6th. No, actually 7th, so this sprint went a lot worse than I expected. Anyway, putting sprints aside for a second, now it is time to cook. We've got a 9.3 kilometer flat time trial and Matthias Vodsek at the start, so let us destroy the competition. So, Matthias Vodsek about to start. There we go on 92. We've got 86 prologue today, so we definitely can't lose this race. Now let's drop it down towards 86 for now. Turning into the first time check. First time, yes indeed, 7 seconds on J Vine, so now it's our job to keep it that way. Last 500 meters, just running out of energy as we speak. Last second of energy, there we go. And we are first by 10 seconds on Tullet, so right now we are winning. And well, not a single time trialist came after us, so we end up winning this race. But actually, we don't lead GC. We're on the same time as Milan in GC now, which that's a bit of a shame. I would have liked to wear that jersey for at least one day. I gotta say, one thing is certain by now. Signing Matthias Vodsek was a really good decision because the man's been winning left and right for our team. And now also a World Tour time trial. But of course, Matthias Vodsek is not the only rider in our team that had to do a good time trial today because Pablo Torres is our GC rider and well, that did not go so well. 1 minute 11 is our loss today. Hopefully Jebel Jais and Jebel Hafid will be enough to make that back in GC. Speak of the devil, stage 4 is Jebel Jais, and I gotta say, in real life this is not the most selective climb, but on Pro Cycling Manager it's actually quite a bit harder, so I reckon I can try and win this one. Anyway, it's time for Pablo's comeback in GC to begin. Anyway, the peloton is basically cruising towards the foot of Jebel Jais, so it's time for a bit of a story time. Roughly about 3 weeks ago, I got a cold, and I actually cured from that cold pretty quickly after like a week, but after that cold I started developing muffled hearing in my left ear and so forth, so basically issues with my Eustachian tube. Now sadly, it's actually gotten worse from there to the point that I've got this constant tinnitus in my left ear, so basically a ringing sound that just doesn't stop. Basically what I'm trying to say is, if it sounds like I'm shouting in this video a little bit, it's because I can literally not hear in my left ear. Anyway, I am meeting up with a specialist tomorrow, so hopefully I can figure out what the actual solution is. Yeah, I think this is a bit of a yap episode, isn't it? Anyway, Jebel Jais is here, 15k of climbing left. My team is not perfectly positioned, but they're all around Torres, so at least we have that going. Like, I do feel like this is the climb where I go my own tempo and I just try and spend as little energy as possible staying in the group, but I also feel like I'm gonna get blocked if I stay in this position, so I'm in 2 minds right now. Last 6.8 kilometers, still a group of 100 people. That is actually insane. I'm still relatively badly positioned, but I'm hoping that rider by rider start dropping in this group, because otherwise it will be a group sprint. Trying to slowly move up on Torres. I don't want to spend all my yellow bar, but I also want to finish in the front echelon. That's not an echelon, but you know what I mean. Last 1.8 kilometers. Come on, stay in the group, stay in the group, stay in the group. Riders are dropping here. We're looking good. We're looking good. In the front 6 riders with Torres. Come on, follow, 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 follow. I've got energy left. I've got energy left. Can I catch Igor Arieta? That is the question. I will go 88. Let's try and go 99 past him right now. There goes Torres. Try and come past. Try and come past. No, I can't come past. My dude is too slow. He's got energy, but he can't sprint. What is this? That being said, I think I probably should have launched a little bit earlier in that final kilometer, and I probably would have been fine. Actually, as you can see on the left bottom of my screen, Arieta is on 1 minute 13 in GC, so he's actually behind Torres in GC before the stage started, so we might actually be leading GC now. We lost the stage, but we took about 45 seconds on Garfi, 54 seconds on Hesman and Perikas, and a minute plus on the rest, so I reckon we might be the new leader. There we go. No. Oh my god, because of the bonus seconds, Arieta goes past Torres by 2 seconds, so At least it's a 1v1 now. Arrieta versus Torres. Once again, I could have won that stage for sure, but in the end, 2 seconds behind Arrieta is a pretty perfect GC for us, because I feel like I can beat him on Jebel Hafid. Anyway, stage 5, back to sprinting then. Jonathan Milan is the favorite, but we hope it's gonna become Bauer time. Oh la, most of our team in fantastic form. Torres with a +3. I wish it was a mountain stage today, but most importantly, Bauer with a +3 as well, so 80 sprint stat. Gotta say, I'm not complaining. Lewis, what are you doing? Why are you going to the left side of the road? Your train is in the middle. There we go. Back to your train, buddy. We've got Bauer looking perfect right now. The rest of the team as well. Energy on Bauer, actually. Ballerstedt is ready. This is going to be the one. I can feel it. This is going to be a victory for Lewis Bauer. Watzek in the wheel of Ballerstedt. Come on, come on, come on. We need a perfect lead out, buddy. A perfect lead out around the corner. Not yet, not yet. Right now, there goes Watzek, Bauer in the wheel. Come on. Lewis launches. Right now from the wheel of Watzek. No. Yes. No. Yes. 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 No. Yes. No. No. Second. Matthew Brennan wins, but a wonderful second place for Bauer, but I'm still sad anyway. Like, our podium plays on the first stage felt fantastic because we were fighting against the best sprinters in the world, but this one, we're so close to that win that it kinda just hurts. By the way, I'm aware that strategically, I could go for an intermediate sprint with Torres and take bonus seconds and take the lead in GC, but I want to keep the fight for the final day, on Jebel Hafid. So on this sprint stage, it's all about Lewis Bauer again. Last 4.7 kilometers, Watzek in the wheel of Barry about to launch. That's my third last man. Ballerstedt as the lead out today because he's got a fantastic form, to be honest. There we go. Spending loads of red energy on Bauer and Ballerstedt, so I don't like that. I'm gonna have to launch early. Is this early? I don't know, a little bit later. There we go. I won't go on 99. I'll go on 97, something like that. Ballerstedt can launch a sprint right now with Bauer in the wheel. This is not looking that brilliant. Bauer is melting energy right now. Bauer launches, but we're about to get absolutely destroyed. It's gonna be Ethan Vernon winning ahead of Sam Welsford. Yeah, 10th position in the end, that's not a fantastic result, and to be honest, our lead out was kind of destroying itself because our red energy was melting away. But hey, the final stage is coming, Jebel Hafid, and we're 2 seconds behind Arrieta, so let's try and beat that man. Plus 2 seconds is GC for us with Torres, so we're just a little bit behind, so let's try and find 2 seconds on this stage. But the sad part is, Jebel Hafid on PCM is actually dependent on the medium mountain stat, and Igor Arrieta has got 78 medium mountain. Meanwhile, Pablo Torres only 76 in that stat, so it's not looking that good. Either way, we gotta try. We gotta try to win the UAE Tour. Okay, starting off with Pablo Torres on a 0 day, so that means 77 mountain, but holy, Pericles with a +3, so that is 81 medium mountain. He's better than our leader, and also Watzek with a +3, so 78 medium mountain. He's also on paper better than Torres. Like, if this was a one-day race, I'd be going for Watzek or Pericles, but at the end of the day, we have to try and win GC, so it's all for Torres today. Okay, 10k to go, the climb is basically starting. Torres needs to get to the front because positioning on this climb is extremely important, so let's try and go to the left side of the road, and let's try and move up a little bit because that Ineos train is pacing quite a lot and Arrieta is sitting in 4th position, so I don't like that. Last 5 kilometers, tempo goes down. I need to get to the front because I want to make a move myself. I was blocked in for a second there. We've got to move by Red Bull Bora now with Mühlberger and Haig. Everybody is sprinting up this climb. That is odd. Arrieta seems to be in a little bit of trouble there. What is that animation, buddy? I need to get my ass to the front though, because it's only 4 kilometers to go. And I don't like that I'm in this position with 4k to go. So I need to move up. I will switch Watzek to protecting Torres. Torres, get to the front. Get to the front, buddy. 88. Can I move past people somewhere? Come on, man. Come on, Torres. Torres, move up. Find a way. No, we're getting blocked by Fisher Black. Come on. I gotta get through. I gotta get through on the left side. I'm moving to the left. I'm moving to the left. Come on, last kilometer, 95. Come on, Torres. Come on, Torres. I need 2 seconds. I just need 2 seconds. Come on, Torres. Torres, sprint. Sprint, Torres, sprint. Come on, Torres. Yes, we're going to win the stage. UAE Tour in the pocket. Pablo Torres takes it. Honestly, with a kilometer to go, I did not believe in it, but somehow we found a gap and we went for it. Look at him, so beautiful on the podium, absolutely stunning. And in that red jersey, even more beautiful, yes! Gotta say, when I brought Pablo Torres to the UAE Tour, a race with a time trial, I was a little bit worried, but every single stage race these days has a time trial, so it was the least damaging for him, and literally on the final day, we overtake Igor Arieta with a well-timed sprint on top of Jebel Hafid. But I gotta be honest, Jebel Hafid on Pro Cycling Manager is actually quite unrealistic. In real life, it's a 1v1 mano-a-mano battle between all the big GC guns, and in the game, it's basically a group sprint. And then I look at Jebel Jaiz, which was a mano-a-mano fight on PCM. In real life, that's a group sprint. It's like on PCM, it's kind of the other way around. Anyway, we won the race, so I'm quite happy. Anyway, that brings us to the start of a very important part of the season, the start of the classic season, the opening weekend, Omloop Het Nieuwsblad. And looks like the big boys are here. Mathieu van der Poel, Wout van Aert, Mes Pedersen, and of course, Laurens Piffy, our brand new Cobble captain. We've also got Teutenberg 74 Cobble, Hector Alvarez 74 Cobble, Herzog 72, Del Grosso 75, Stamle 73, and Fitzke 71. So I'd say pretty solid support around Piffy. But can I just say, expected race day condition -1 because the weather is 9 degrees sunny periods? What in the bullshit is that? Like, that's kinda just stupid, to be honest. Anyway, Piffy is 5th favorite, so we can compete for the victory here, but I don't recall us having a good result in a Cobble Classic before at REMBE, so let's aim for the first one. Okay, my game is lagging a little bit, but I do want to send someone in the breakaway. Maybe the likes of Paul Fitzke, because, well, he's got 73 Cobble on the day, so that would be nice in the breakaway. Meanwhile, in the peloton, Teutenberg with a +2 on the day, so that means 77 Cobble. That's fantastic. Piffy with a 79 Cobble on the day, so I reckon we're looking good. In the meanwhile, Fitzke has made it to a 5-man breakaway. Himself, Robbe Gijs, Ethan Hayter, Clément Rousseau, and Quinten Herman, so pretty okay group. And looks like Riley Pickrell, Canadian champion, is about to join that. By the way, I forgot to mention Laurens Piffy in his New Zealand jersey looks pretty good, am I right? The thing I like to do on Cobble races is making sure I've got a bit of a train going on where the best rider for me, Piffy, is not actually at the back, because the last rider in the train often gets a little bit behind and has to chase, loses some energy. He's in the middle of my train and I think that's alright. And now I'll try to keep my energy with Herzog at the front, for example, as low as possible while keeping my train at the front. So switching between 70, 65, stuff like that. Because I also don't want to actively chase my own rider Fitzke. But I also don't like what's happening now. Basically, everyone else is attacking. So I'm gonna put Herzog at the front and pace a little bit because that's a strong 9-man group. Wait a second, I just accidentally attacked with my entire train. I'm not complaining. I'll keep this up. Why not? There goes Herzog. Come on, Herzog. Let's do 87. Let's try and close down the front group. And then I'll have Fitzke as well as Domestique. So that's actually splendid. I will actively drop him back to the group there because I want him to pace our boys. So let's make it on 87. The gap is 20 seconds. I want that to be more. Let's do 90 over the top here. 90 over the top. Let's keep going. Fitzke almost in the group. We are doing a bit of an omloop coup, are we not? Herzog can keep going at the moment on, let's say 95. Let's keep going hard. I want to get to that front group. It's 40 seconds though. I think I might have just pulled back Fitzke for no reason because our boys have been caught again. But actually, we have also caught the big group ahead, so it's kind of all neutralized. Every group is back together. Actually, we're kind of in a bit of a rest zone right now with 20k to go, 2 hills left, the Muur van Gerardsbergen and the Bosberg. It's all about keeping the group together until then, so Stamle, you've got a job to do. I'm actually starting to wonder, Teutenberg still has a lot of energy left. Might he survive this climb? Nobody knows. I will switch towards Alvarez on 92-ish, 93-ish on the Muur van Gerardsbergen. The rest of my team can try and get in the wheel of Teutenberg. Don't block my boys, don't block my boys. Let's do 95. Where's Van der Poel? Where is Van der Poel? Right there. I gotta try and follow that. Come on, Alvarez. Over the top with them. Over the top with them. Perfect. Not too hard because Teutenberg needs to follow. And we survived the Muur van Gerardsbergen. This is starting to look very good. Now Stamle can go back to the front of the train. There we go. Next up is the Bosberg. Also a pretty rough one in real life, but in the game, I'm not sure it's that hard. So let's go with Mr. Del Grosso right now. We got Stamle to protect. We've got Van Aert trying to do something on the left side of the road. I don't like that. I gotta make sure I get over it with them. We've got Teutenberg over the Bosberg. Oh, do we have Teutenberg over the Bosberg? If we slow down, we will. Come on, Teutenberg. In the wheel, buddy. In the wheel. Get in there, boy. Van Aert is attacking. I don't like that. Del Grosso needs to try and solve that. We've got Mohoric trying to follow that. Come on, we've got some riders here. I'm going to try and keep it together because Teutenberg could win the sprint. Actually, Mes Pedersen is closing it for us, so I'll let him do that for now. He's closing down Wout van Aert and Mohoric. Last 6 kilometers, Pedersen stops, so I need to start pacing. Come on, Piffy. He's looking good as well. We've got a bit of a train for Teutenberg, so this is looking really good. 4.5 kilometers to go. Energy gel on everybody. I got to be ready for the lead out myself here. Wout van Aert just keeps on storming. Come on, I got to close them down. I have to close them down as soon as possible. Last 3 kilometers, 99 on Alvarez. Is that too early? Maybe. Piffy is ready for the lead out. Piffy is very ready for the lead out. Can launch right now. Teutenberg in the wheel. Gets blocked. No. 1.5k to go. Teutenberg launches. Come on, try and come past. Teutenberg. No, we got blocked. That's so sad. We're gonna have a good result though. We get fat and fove, but so much more was possible. Filippo Ganna wins the bloody sprint. We could have beaten them. I can't believe that in Omloop Het Nieuwsblad we got blocked in the final 2 kilometers with our sprinter. Tim Teutenberg, just as we launched with Piffy. That is such a shame. Oh, I gotta say, that one hurts a little bit. Getting third with Piffy, fourth with Teutenberg. We looked so incredibly good with 20k to go, even with 5k to go, but it all went wrong in the final 2 kilometers. Anyway, the next day, Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne, so hopefully we can create a similar situation as Omloop, but this time actually finish it off. Wout van Aert, Mes Pedersen, Olaf Kooi, Mathieu van der Poel, this won't be easy. Okay, this time I don't feel like going in the breakaway because the hill zone is actually quite manageable in this race, so I'm going from the peloton. Teutenberg with a +1, that is 76 cobble, that's great. Piffy with a -2, so that's not fantastic. 78 cobble though, so still useful. I reckon Teutenberg is our leader for this one because, well, he's in good form. Why? I literally said I was going for him. Now he's on the floor. This is so stupid. Please restart riding. Come on, Teutenberg. Get on the bike. No! You can't be... Ah! He's abandoning the race. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I literally just said, I'm going for Teutenberg today. And now he's gone. He's literally gone. Oh, why? Why did this have to happen? So, last 40 kilometers, a 2-man breakaway. Absolutely nothing happened throughout the race. So, the hill zone did nothing. So, it's going to be a sprint. Almost exactly the scenario we wanted with Tim Teutenberg. But I guess we're going to have to do it without him. Herzog has fallen. Fitzke has fallen. You can't be serious. Oh my god. 2 other riders gone. How am I supposed to get them back to the front? It's the last 25, 29 kilometers. Come on, guys. Anyway, 4 riders left in our team. Del Grosso, Piffy, Stamler and Alvarez. I'm going for Alvarez because he's got the best sprint stat. Looks like an attack by Lewis Askey as we cross the finish line with about 13 kilometers to go, but my train is looking good. Looks like some attacks by Wout van Aert, so let's up the tempo a little bit because that man is pretty scary. And actually, it's not just Van Aert, also Mathieu van der Poel, so we gotta catch the damn group, that's for sure. 9 kilometers to go, Del Grosso's done for, so it's time for Lawrence Piffy to start hanging out and do his pacing. We are catching Van Gestel, 5 riders left, but we are gonna catch them. It's Lawrence Piffy time, come on. He's easily catching them. I don't like the fact that Olaf Kooi, De Lee and Pedersen are basically sitting in my wheel. 99 on Piffy. Let's try and close them down as we speak. Looks like we've got some moves in that group. 20 seconds at the gap. I reckon I can close it. We've got a bit of a gap. Nope, that gap is gone. The forehand group is about to be caught, so it's time for Shamler to take over on 99. No sprint start yet. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. Last 2 kilometers, almost. Right now in this corner, Shamler can go. Alvarez in the wheel. Come on, Alvarez. What are you doing? Why did you leave a gap? This is so stupid. Van Aert on the left side of the road. Let's switch towards Van Aert. That's a perfect wheel. Last 800 meters. Alvarez. Hector. Yes. We won Omloop. No, that's not Omloop. We won Kuurne. Close enough. Jesus, that race was the biggest roller coaster I've ever experienced on Pro Cycling Manager. Tim Teutenberg out. Fitzke Herzog gone. Then Alvarez leaves like a meter for no reason in the last corner. We switch to the wheel of Van Aert and we absolutely destroy him. I genuinely can't believe we still won this race. Hector Alvarez wins a classic for us. I know. It's Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne. People outside of Belgium don't even know it exists. It's not a World Tour race. but in my heart, it's as good as the Tour of Flanders. My goodness, that was a race. Hector Alvarez, the bloody man does it. He wins a classic. And like still only 21, having won a stage at La Vuelta, getting second 4 times in stages in La Vuelta, winning a stage in Tour de Suisse, he's done so much for our team so far, and now Kuurne comes in as well. Anyway, that brings us to a fantastic scoreboard for today's episode. 9 victories added, and some of them were absolutely fantastic. I won't forget that Kuurne-Brussels-Kuurne victory for a while. This also means that in the World Tour ranking, we just keep extending our lead. We've now got more than double the points as the second team in Ineos Grenadiers. So what can I say? REMBE Pro Cycling is literally the best team in the world. But I'm afraid that's it for today's video. As always, thank you for watching. Thanks to REMBE for sponsoring the series, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.